What's up YouTube? My name is Zamunda and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make some authentic Jamaican oxtail. So stay tuned. Alright people, let's get this started. So after you wash your meat, I normally use white vinegar and some lime after you finish wash the meat and let it sit for about, I would say 15-20 minutes. And I normally let it sit in the strainer just in case if you have any excess water, because there will be excess water after washing it. Then you can always just dump out that water. So the meat is on the drier side of things, so everything that you put up is going to soak into it. So I just, right here, I have just one thing of onion. Add that. Scallion, or what Americans call it, green onion. You can get this at your grocery store. And like the portion size and everything will be in the description side below. Alright. Jamaicans call this scotch bonnet pepper, but in America it's called habanero pepper. And this will give you a lot of kick and flavor depending on how much you want in it. Depends on how hot you want it. I normally just put little slices in it, so when it's cooking down you can get some of the heat, but it's not overpowering. I normally use with 2 because I like mine spicy. And some fresh thyme. So this right here you can use for anything. It's island spice, all purpose. So you can use it for chicken, fish, oxtail, goat, anything. And I actually picked this up on YouTube. I'll leave it in the description where you can grab some for yourself. I've been doing this for a while, so I don't normally like portion sizes. I always want to do like a thin layer of seasoning over the meat, and that's normally perfect for me. Again, just to give you a better look, island spice all purpose. Garlic powder, same thing, just a nice thin layer. Ground ginger. I recently started using this. I never normally use this, but I think it does do a little like tenderizer. It's pretty good on meat, steak, or ribeye. But I've been using on the oxtail, and it does give it a good taste to it. So again, I'll do the same thing, just a nice thin layer. And you can't forget black pepper. And well, I'm not going to use this whole bottle, but Worcestershire sauce, I normally use this, or you can use soy sauce. If you just have soy sauce, that's fine. I normally put it in a smaller water bottle, so I can do this. It's just easier to manage this way. And I would say about half a cup. This is one of my favorite things to use. Allspice. Well, Americans call it allspice. Jamaican, we call it pimento seed. You can put it in all your meat them where you cook. Fish, oxtail, curry goat, anything you cook, you can use this. Later down the road, I'm gonna teach you how to cook some rice and peas too. So this can also be used in rice and peas, and it's a must. It's a must. And you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot, and this as well you can pick up on Amazon. And then you can't forget oxtail seasoning. Can't make oxtail without the oxtail seasoning. And the same thing again, you know, a nice light thin layer. And after that, all of that is together, I normally just go in. You can do it without a glove. The reason I do it with the glove is because, to be honest, I don't want my hands smelling like spice for the next, like, you know, 2.5 days, you know. So you throw on the glove and you just get in there and you just massage everything in. Ah, this smells so good, man. Once you season everything, for me personally, I like to leave things overnight. I would suggest doing like a minimum of overnight so everything can soak in. But for the best flavor, 48 hours, 2 nights, and you will get the best taste there. I'm just gonna cover this up and leave it in the fridge for 24 hours and then get back to it, and then I'll see you then. All right, welcome people. So you know, I left it overnight. You can take a look how beautiful it is. It smells even better than yesterday. All right, so I already set the stove on like I would say a notch above medium, and the pot I get nice and warm, which is good. So here and now I'm just gonna grab my tongs. What I normally like to do in this situation, so you want to take off some of the onions and stuff and just kind of shake it off a little bit because you don't want all of that stuff burning. This right here, so yes, the pot nice and hot, and then you just. And all I'm doing right here is to just brown it. And you don't want to use any oil. I don't use oil, I just use a non-stick pan because oxtail, it's a very fatty and oily meat. So it will use its natural oil come out. It's just like bacon, you know. When you start cook up bacon, you know, you already have the natural oil that come out of it. So I do it like this so it's less greasy. Oxtail fight me. No, I'm going to the pot. Alright, go catch you, man. And like with the oxtail, you normally get some small pieces like this. That's where you just, you know, put them in a little corner of them. And right now, I'm just gonna cover it up and I'll come back and take a look at it. I would give it about 5 minutes and then I'll take a look at it and see where it's at that. Alright? So come back. Alright, that was a good 5 minutes. Take a look. Yeah, it's doing alright. Probably give that about 5 more minutes. So while that's still a brown up, I'm gonna just go over here and just like set up space, because once it's browned up, I'm just gonna put it back in this container. So all the other meats now, all I'm gonna do is just put them on the other side. And then it's gonna be easier for me when I'm doing the transition. All right. Take another look at this. Now at this point, it's been in for about 6. You just want to look if you can catch more color. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it back, cover it up back. And I'll come back to it, and then I'm just gonna move over like the scallion and the onion and stuff over one side. So I'm gonna have space to put the meat that we already browned up, and it's gonna make it easier for me to grab the raw meat and just put in there. All right, people. All right, so a total of 10 minutes has passed, and you can see the oxtail getting some color. So now, what I'm gonna do, just gonna flip them over. I don't know if you can see it, but you can already see like the pot already getting greased up because of its own oil. And you don't have to worry about like these dark spots about it. Once you start cooking it down, those gonna go away. Those just gonna give the gravy more flavor, you know? All right. And I'll say once you do that now, I'll just do this for 5 more minutes, and then I'll switch it over. All right. All right. Now the 5 minutes have passed. So what I'm gonna do now is just remove this foil paper, and then so it's just easier for work with, because you know camera in one hand, and then I have to have the thumbs in the other one. You see? All right. So off camera, I already move everything. You can see all the onion and everything on this side, and more oxtail on this side. So all I'm going to do now, just make a move, and then just drop them on that side. No, just get the new ones. I got one more left, but I'm full up, so I'm going to go run the boat by himself on that one here. But so right now, I'm gonna just give this right now. I would say give this, since there's oil in the pot as well, so it's gonna get browned even quicker. I'll give this 8 minutes. So in 8 minutes, I'll come back and check up on this, and then I'll see where we at. 8 minutes has passed now, so time for check up on it. Yep. Hold on. Flip them over now. Hold on. Yes, you fire it up, you know. All I'm gonna do is just flip it up, and I'm giving this 5 minutes. And then, since it's only one oxtail left in the other batch, I'm gonna just do that batch, and then I'll bring you guys back when about to cook it down, you know. Flip them over. All right, so I'll see you back when I'm about to cook it down and have everything set up for pressure. All right, so I already finished up browning up the oxtail. As you can see, nice brown color. So, well, with this, there's 2 ways you can do this. For me, I have a pressure cooker. So I'm gonna cook it on high in the pressure cooker for 45 minutes. When you're not using a pressure cooker, you're gonna cook it down for about, and then check on how soft the meat is. But with a pressure cooker, you're gonna only need to put it on high for 45 minutes. And in the link description below, I'm gonna tell you where you can get yourself a pressure cooker like this. All right, people? All right, so everything is in. You must be wondering why I have the 2 scotch bonnet pepper to the side. Since I'm going to be pressuring it, I don't want the pepper to get like pressured out, mash out into it, you know. I want it to be cooked down. So once the meat is cooked, and then I'm, you know, perfecting the gravy, that's when I add back the scotch bonnet pepper to give it that kick. So right now I'm pretty much done. Set this, and then I'll see you guys back in 45 minutes. All right, pressure the pressure. Got about 20 minutes left. All right, people, so after 45 minutes, we did turn off the stove, let it cool down so the pressure can get released. And then after the pressure release, now I'm able to open the pot. Look at that, I already add back my scotch bonnet pepper. So now what I'm gonna do is just, the meat is already cooked. So right now, the main thing I'm gonna work on now is the gravy. Look at that. Let me see if we can get piece. The meat all fall off the bone. Ooh, ooh. Look at that. Some good oxtail right there. So what I'm gonna do now, add some ketchup. I don't have much ketchup left, but so it goes sometime. Alright. Yeah man, I'm gonna add some brown sugar. You can use granulated sugar, but I just rather the brown sugar, you know. So I might just do 2 spoons of that. And just I go stir it up a little bit, you know. And then with this now, I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes. You know, make it 5-10 minutes. Just I put it down. I put it. It's on medium now because the meat is already cooked. So right now I'm just working with the gravy. So I just set it to medium. So I'm just gonna, you know, add some sugar, brown sugar, some ketchup, and then do some taste test in like 5 minutes. And then we're gonna add some butter bean to it. And then once you add the butter bean, we're gonna show you how it look. All right, people. So I'll see you in 5 minutes. I'm almost to the finish line now. So right now, I already have the gravy. I already do my taste test. I have everything where I want it to be. You know, I did add about 2 more tablespoons of brown sugar in it with some ketchup. You can see my scotch brandy pepper cooked down with it. So right now, since I have the gravy where I want it to be, now I just gotta add 2 things. Cause I love my oxtail with some butter beans. So I like to use a large butter bean. And then once you add the butter bean, for me, I already changed it to low. So all I'm gonna do now is just make it cook down and thicken up the gravy a little bit. If the gravy is not as thick as how you want it, you can always add some cornstarch to it. No problem with that, you see me? Yeah man. Look at that. Yeah. So right now, all I'm gonna do now is just cover this up. It's already on low, and just give that 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and we're gonna have some food. All right people, so the finished product here, some Jamaican oxtail. I know the other people are gonna say, yo brother, a white rice you cook, why ain't even put some rice and peas on that? But don't worry, I'll be showing you guys how to cook some rice and peas too, you see it? But for right now, just add the oxtail this man. Look how beautiful it come out. Yeah. So you're done more. Until next time, bless up yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them below in the comment section. Until next time, stay blessed. You see me?